orang tanpa saya rasa cukuplah kot pengenalan panel kita. Memang tidak dapat dinafikan mereka adalah orang-orang hebat dalam penyelidikan. Okey, saya akan mulakan dengan beberapa soalan. Kita akan buat secara rawak lah soalan. Okey, tapi akan bermula dengan jejaka kot yang wakil yang jadi panel ni, Profesor Lee. Okey, Profesor Lee ni dengan award dan kita tahu Prof Lee memang penyelidik yang sangat prolific dan berjaya. Sebenarnya apakah yang Dr. Lee gunakan ataupun strategi untuk mencapai menjadi penyelidik yang terbaik dari segi produktiviti dan impact?
Terima kasih. Bukannya semua ni biasa saja, bukan yang hebat sangat awak tu. Tadi K punya awak tu lah hidup meletup kan tadi kata. Nah, kalau tanya saya apakah strategi saya, actually taklah sebenarnya ada spesifik strategi. Soalnya yang penting mengapa kita jadi researcher adalah sebab kita punya passion, kita punya minat on research. I think that's very important. Kalau kita ada minat mendalam in what you're doing, I'm very sure you akan berjaya, very excel in that field. So bagi contoh lah, saya jadi seorang researcher, saya berminat dalam bidang kajian saya dalam biotenaga. So secara automatically, you do research, you dapatkan data-data, and the next thing is you nak share your finding to the world, right? So itulah yang kita asas permulaan sebagai penyelidik. Nak jadi cemerlang, you must do good research, and you want to share your research findings with the world, right? Daripada itulah you akan mula your publication, people will start to know you, mulalah citation comes in, and you dah build your name, and then something that saya sendiri tak capai lagi, how do I translate what I do to the benefit of the community? Yang tu saya masih, itu mungkin that is my next strategy, right? And I hope that every researchers in USM will have something like that in their track. Okay, I think setakat itu dulu kot tanya.
Terima kasih Prof Lee, itu pun mukadimah sajalah Prof Lee. Okey, untuk soalan untuk Puan Engku, apakah pelan strategik perpustakaan USM bagi menyokong penyelidikan di universiti ini?
Okay, terima kasih Dr. Bakiah. I feel so small lah compared to Dr. K, walaupun I'm bigger than her. tapi saya rasa bagus juga. Saya amat menghargai kehadiran ramai hari ini, especially program sendiri yang hadir hari ini, showing his full support to the library, because kami pun jawatan kuasa perpustakaan pun program jadi chairman, so kita tunjuk yang baik-baik lah hari ini. Okey, dari segi plus strategi, kita perpustakaan terlibat sama dalam program learning space. Kita nak create learning space yang sesuai untuk customer, client library, especially to the researchers. So how do we do that? We provide the space macam untuk postgraduate, kita create a special space for them. Tapi walaupun ada kekangan budget, tapi kita cuba dengan apa yang saya sedia ada, kita cuba be creative to create a new learning space for the postgraduate students, especially because they need a special one. They need their own learning area. They need the resources yang kita patut ada, dan we try to prepare the librarians with the skill that they need. Macam kalau kita nak ajar klien kita macam mana nak access to the macam thesis template tadi ke, ataupun nak access the right tool to get the right information at the right time. So the librarians should be skilled enough. Otherwise, how can we help them? Especially we are in a universiti penyelidikan, so we should be lebih advanced daripada universiti-universiti lain. Dan kita juga sudah wujudkan unit pengurusan data itself, where a few librarians are stationed there. They are librarians, but they are also good in managing data, so they can help the postgraduate students actually, and also the researchers. what we have done so far is kita ada group spirals yang membuat aktiviti sokongan penyelidikan. We also go to the schools, helping them to create the ID, author ID. So we are now working together with RCMO. So we want to keep the library alive. If not alive, then we cannot help our clients. So untuk setakat itu sajalah.
Terima kasih Puanku. Jadi saya nampak memang kita punya fokus di Perpustakaan USM ni sangat kepada research library dan terutama dalam menyediakan persekitaran yang kondusif untuk pencapaian maklumat, pengurusan data, dan saya rasa sangat menarik kerana perpustakaan kita bukan saja berbakti kepada komuniti USM tetapi juga outreaching luar daripada universiti. Jadi itulah yang sebenarnya impact yang kita nak universiti sumbangkan kepada komuniti di luar. Terima kasih Puanku. Soalan untuk Dr. Khairiyah. Saya minta Dr. Khairiyah dengan secara ringkas, sebab semua orang dah tengok video Dr. Khairiyah beraksi di pentas antarabangsa, begitu mesmerizing bagi saya, orang sains dan juga penyelidik. Boleh Dr. Khairiyah ceritakan secara ringkas latar belakang Dr. Khairiyah dan penyelidikan Dr. Khairiyah?
Terima kasih. Memang saya rasa tak pernah sangka akan duduk kat kursi ini dan dapat perhatian. Latar belakang pendidikan saya macam ada bengkok-bengkok sikit lah. Asalnya selepas saya tamat pengajian sarjana muda, saya berminat dalam bidang epidemiologi dan kesihatan awam. Jadi saya penyelidikan saya bermula dalam bidang tersebut lah, dan termasuklah satu internship di WHO di Geneva, dan fokus penyelidikan saya adalah prevalence penyakit hepatitis C. Tapi selepas internship tersebut, saya mula berminat dalam bidang diagnostik, terutama diagnostik yang boleh digunakan di kawasan yang kurang infrastruktur makmal, kerana keperluan untuk kira macam portabilia tu sangat besar walaupun mungkin tumpuan industri kurang di situ. Jadi saya masuk ke bidang diagnostik, terutama untuk penyakit TB, dan saya punya persembahan untuk filmlab tu lebih bercakap tentang masalah yang kita adalah dalam mencari cara diagnosis TB yang boleh sampai kepada pesakit di kawasan tersebut. Tapi bila saya fikir balik, sebenarnya dari segi penyelidikan, output research saya lebih tinggi dari bidang epidemiologi dan kesihatan awam. Penyelidikan saya dalam TB tidaklah begitu memberasakan sebenarnya. Agak sukar selepas saya beralih bidang ni. Jadi bila saya masuk dalam pertandingan filmlab, baru saya nampak sebenarnya ada cara lain juga untuk memberi sumbangan dalam bidang tersebut, iaitu dengan menyampaikan secara mudah intipati apa keperluan penyelidikan, walaupun bukan saya yang menerajui penyelidikan tersebut. Jadi saya rasa dalam pengalaman ini saya dapat tampunglah kekurangan saya dalam bidang penyelidikan yang azali dengan cara komunikasi pula.
Terima kasih Dr. Kai, penerangan yang agak ringkas, tapi sebenarnya kalau kita selidiki apa yang Dr. Kai sampaikan tadi, penyelidik kalau kita mengikut mission USM tu memang telah tertera, kita work for the bottom million. Jadi penyelidikan macam Dr. Kai itu kesihatan awam memang ada potensi ataupun application-nya, dan dia sangat bertepatan dengan misi USM itu sendiri. Okay, terima kasih Dr. Khan. Balik kepada Prof Lee semula. Prof Lee, apa pandangan Prof Lee tentang prestasi kita, prestasi penyelidikan USM selepas kita tadi dengar facts apa yang disampaikan oleh Prof Madya, Dr. Zuraida tadi. Sekarang ni saya nak mencongkir sikit Prof Lee pandangan tentang performance penyelidikan kita di USM.
Okey, terima kasih kerana tanya soalan yang amat sukar sekali. Saya rasa kalau boleh saya dah jemput Prof Rahman untuk menjawab soalan itu. Soalan yang sangat-sangat berat. Sangat-sangat berat, sangat-sangat very important lah kalau tanya saya. Kalau personally, saya bersahaluan dengan Prof Rahman. Saya selalu mendengar Prof Rahman punya pandangan. Baru-baru ni kita membentangkan statistik pencapaian USM pada semua HOD dalam Senate. Agak mengejutkan bahawa you realise that publication ratio per staff kita adalah kurang daripada 1. Do you know that is a very macam tu lah saya tanya, mengapa kita jadi seorang penyelidik? It's because we have passion, macam tadi saya kata, we have passion in research. Dan mengapa kita, kalau kita passion in research, we are doing something in the lab, and by nature, secara ni kita kena share our findings with the world. And how do we share our findings is through publication. And can you imagine that kita punya ratio is less than 1? So it means that, what does this mean? Satu soalan, ada soal yang sangat-sangat besar, right? Are we actually doing research? So I think kita sama-sama tanyalah diri sendiri kita, right? So from that trend, in terms of publication, I think we have a lot of room to move and to improve lah. But as seorang pengarah RCMO, I also have to say that research achievements should not only be measured by publication. Publication is just one of the indicators. There are still other indicators that we can evaluate. How does we impact? Macam tadi you said that about touching the bottom billion. Adakah teknologi-teknologi yang kita telah membantu rakyat Malaysia? There are a lot. As what always Datuk Bisi said, we have a lot of pocket of excellence here and there, and there are many projects that have actually helped the bottom billion and the society. But unfortunately, maybe not many people are aware of that. So one of the ways is, I think the next step, which I hope that maybe what we need to do is now with these 4IR technology, things like that, and maybe what the generation Y, the new people, all is on Facebook, social media. I think it's time that we have to somehow sell our unique points, what is our achievements in a very simple terms through multimedia, video presentation, so people also will know that actually USM has contributed a lot. Apart from publication, USM has also contributed a lot to the society. I give you the very good example, things like Kelulut honey, I think you have heard about that. You know, it has already changed many people's life. Oyster farming, I heard personally, daripada seorang yang tak mampu nak hantar anak dia pergi sekolah, sekarang dengan bila dia gunakan teknologi yang didevelop oleh researcher kita, dia dah boleh menghantar anak dia pergi sekolah 3 anak. It's a very heart-touching story, and I think it's very important that we must also let people, Malaysians, know that USM is actually changing people's life, right? But again, with that aside, I want to stress again, I think the publication is still very important. I think it's equally important as something that we need a lot of. That one I echo what selalu Prof beritahu saya, that we really need to move on. Right?
Okay, terima kasih Prof Lee. Kita cakap apa pun, finally publication juga kan Prof. Tapi saya rasa dengan Industrial 4.0 ni, kita bukan saja nampak sebagai challenges, kita perlu ambil opportunity, ialah sebagai opportunity, sebab this is a new whole game plan yang semua orang sekarang perlu ambil tap on that opportunity untuk menyerlahkan diri kita ataupun penyelidikan kita. Okey, seterusnya saya kepada Puan Engku. Tadi Puan Engku telah banyak memberikan contoh-contoh program, apa yang perpustakaan kita telah lakukan dan sebagainya. Sebenarnya apa yang perpustakaan sebenarnya harapan terhadap para penyelidik USM? Boleh ke Puan Engku sampaikan harapan supaya jika ada penyelidik di sini boleh menyahut harapan Puan Engku sebagai ketua pustakawan?
Okay, sebelum tu saya cuma nak sebut sebenarnya pustakawan pengalaman ada juga menghasilkan publication, cumanya tak dikira sebab kami bukan akademik. So I don't know how, if we can, mungkin salah satu cara ialah kita boleh ask the academics to be part, as our co-author. They can be the co-author but not the main author. Is it okay? And I can say that a few of us are also doing research. And I myself, I have a short-term grant. Tapi I tak sempat habis sebelum I retire end of the month. But I will tukar, the other person will be the PI lah. And I am also involved in the cerebral palsy research happening dekat kampus kesihatan, and before that I was also in the team research domestic violence. So kalau macam dekat medical campus itu, I tak boleh nak tap in dalam clinical punya research, but then the overall the general ones I can involve. But it is a very good experience, and I get counted dalam publication lah because the PI is an academic. So the harapan is that we are spending millions of money in subscribing the databases, including Springer as well, even though we are the publisher. You are the editor-in-chief, but we still have to subscribe. So those big deals, databases we want to see the ROI, the usage. We also selalu bercakap dengan bendahari because the bendahari is giving us the fund, but we have to make sure those we call the dinosaur or the giant databases like Science Direct, Springer, Taylor and Webb, John Wiley. We have to make sure that ada cost rationalization. Whatever we spend, we get something, so that we will help the researchers to publish more papers. And it's being cited and all that. So we also participate in guiding them. And I would really like to encourage the school if you can also invite our librarians to be your co-researchers, because we can give a lot of input in a few mentors. And that is what we call the collaboration. So it can be a friendly collaboration between the library and the schools, and also to DJ Line, because VC is always saying that we cannot work in silos, we have to work together. So perhaps we should start the collaboration within the campus first before we go outside. And I can say that the other universities are also looking at us, the library, because we have started with some projects on research like the spirals and a few other things. So even when I presented in one of the meetings about the MOOC program, they asked, oh really, yeah, you have started on that, and the achievement people visiting our MOOC is very good. I was talking with Prof Karen just now. So that is part of aktiviti penyelidikan yang kita dapat bantulah dengan our client. So I want to change the perception of our clients, saying that you just come to the library for the add-on or for the newspaper and the quiet. But now we have changed the environment. We are no longer, you can make sounds in the library, but up to a certain level. Like last month we were having the uni makers in this same area with Prof Rosni, and programmer was saying, oh, today it's not quiet anymore in the library. So those are the days where we make noise, especially, but I like it. So I really would like to invite anybody who wants to have some programs in the library. Please welcome. We can discuss at no cost. It's free of charge, unless if Dr. K is around, then he will. Okay, that's it.
Terima kasih Bangku. Saya sebenarnya dah lama juga tak masuk, kalau datang pun pergi mesyuarat terus ke atas kan. Rupa-rupanya perpustakaan sekarang tidak senyap lagi jadi konsep silence is golden kan. Dulu kita masuk perpustakaan kan. Rupa-rupanya dah berbeza, okay? Perpustakaan is now another learning space di mana banyak aktiviti dilakukan tu dah tak boleh senyap-senyap. Saya difahamkan senyap tingkat 2. Dia ada betul designated place yang dia senyap, yang lain tak senyap sangat kan. Okey, itu perubahan. Okey, saya nak simpulkan sikit pengharapan daripada perpustakaan tadi kepada penyelidik dan users. Library sangat menjemput, pertama alu-alukan sebarang collaboration dalam sama ada dalam bentuk penyelidikan, penerbitan, penulisan, dan oleh kerana kita membelanjakan jumlah yang mahal untuk database dan sebagainya, dan kita bila kita buat mesyuarat jawatankuasa library tu, kita buat analisa, tengok some of the database actually rendah dia punya capaian, sama ada download, viewing dan sebagainya. Jadi itulah pengharapan daripada puanku. Saya harap dapat disampaikanlah kepada semua. Dr. Kai, mungkin ada penyelidik baru yang muda yang ingin mengikut jejak Dr. Kai dalam Film Lab International. Ceritakan dengan ringkas perjalanan tu sebenarnya, macam mana penglibatan tu sampai ke kejayaan.
Saya rasa dia lebih macam rezeki lah, memang rezeki saya nak sampai ke situ. Asalnya saya digalakkan rakan sejabat untuk masuk, sebenarnya untuk apply masuk YSN. Tapi selepas saya fikir balik, memang benda tu saya minat sebenarnya. Saya minat bercerita, saya minat challenge myself to construct a story from science, which is a bit more rigid to some people. So I said, I will give it a shot. So I just upload my video. And apparently I was selected, but the email never got to my inbox. So dia kata USN tak suka email dia. But I don't know. So I only found out from a message the night before, the central heats in KL. So incidentally I was going back anyway. So I pun practice dalam kereta and sampai dekat Asia Pacific University tu. I just did it, and Alhamdulillah it went well. So I went to the final, and in the final, before the final, we had a masterclass with one of the science communicators from UK, and in that point in time, again they told us you can use the same talk, tapi it's better to challenge yourself and come up with something new. So I thought, okay, when else am I going to do this? So I want to come up with a new talk, and taking the advice from the trainer and other things that I was thinking about, I came up with a new talk, and I'm glad I did, because I think that's one of the reasons I won as well. A few people use the old talk, and the surprise or freshness tu dah tak ada lah kan. So when I won the final for Malaysia, semua dah a bit excited, I think, because I was the first female winner, and they were saying, "We think you might win the international." So I started getting very nervous. I said, "I'll try my best," but in my mind, I have to do it. So I set the goal already, and I asked around for help from people who've been in the competition, from friends, family. My sister helped crochet my prop, so it was a real team effort. And in my mind, I wasn't there to have fun. I think a lot of the contestants came, they were a bit young, some of them were a bit younger, but some of them my age juga, but they were there mostly to have fun lah. But I have to win this. And also I blame Prof Abi, because he won it before, so the pressure was on. And I think the actual presentation too, I still struggle listening to it, because I know I've done it better when I was practicing. But Alhamdulillah, I think the prayers and the support, the spirit came through, and rezeki saya lah malam tu, and to win one for Malaysia.
Terima kasih Dr. Kai, secara ringkas perjalanan beliau ke Film Lab International. Jadi kalau kita boleh imbas semula, Chancellor pun telah menekankan making USM as preferred university by design kan. Jadi kadang-kadang kita tak faham apa maksud by design tu. Jadi saya rasa Dr. Kai pun telah jelaskan dia punya perjalanan tu pun by design. Maksudnya dia telah praktis dan dia ada aim dan dia laksanakan. So saya rasa ini adalah salah satu contoh lah bagaimana kita menghidupkan sebarang kadang-kadang Naib Chancellor sampaikan tu kita ingat sekadar tagline, tapi sebenarnya ia patut direalisasikan dalam setiap amalan kita lah. Terima kasih Dr. Kai. Probably mungkin soalan-soalan yang agak susah untuk Prof juga ya. Tapi sebagai pengarah RCMO dan juga orang kanan Timbalan Naib Chancellor US RNI ni, saya rasa boleh kot buat talian hayat dengan Prof Rahman. Prof Rahman ada dekat sini. Saya rasa adakah USM perlu macam buat strategi untuk penyelidikan ni, mengadakan blueprint ke kan sendiri. Saya tak pasti, saya hanya luahkan soalan saja ya. Dan sebab kita perlu bukan sekadar tengok output secara tangible lah, macam apa tu Mahira, KPI. Sekarang ni mungkin telah sampai masa kepada output yang intangible, yang tak boleh kita kira dengan output, lebih kepada outcome kan. Boleh probably sampaikan apa aspirasi ataupun strategi yang berlainan sedikit daripada apa yang kita biasa lakukan.
Mungkin lepas ni saya akan guna talian hayat kot, tapi bagi saya bagi pandangan saya dulu, dan saya akan minta pandangan talian hayat dekat Prof Rahman. I think dia macam itulah. I think KPI versus KIP. Okay, my opinion. I think researchers, we have to be good in something. I think the important thing is somehow we have to be good in something. I think we have been receiving gaji from government, and this gaji is actually public fund, right? I think kita kena pegang dengan amanah to do our job with the best of ability. Saya tahu bukan semua orang, not in every areas they are good in publication, but I'm sure they are good in something else. I think as a researcher, academic staff, apart from publication, either you do consultancy or your things, as I said, you impact the community. You excel in teaching. Your teaching must be able to attract international students. All people want to come to you, come to USF because you have a super excellent lecturer. There's teaching, there's style of teaching using the MOOC, whatever that is so excellent, or IR 1.0. You see, there are so many things that a person can excel in, right? But keeping in mind that I say that there are very various areas, right? But the basic core again, research, right? You do research. Why we are here as an academic, as a university research, not as school teachers? Yang membezakan kita adalah sebab kita membuat research. Kalau kamu kata minat kamu adalah untuk mengajar sahaja, dan saya kata mengapa kamu tidak join this high school inside that, right? The difference I always remember is because of the element of research. And just now I just said, it's because we want to publish. So actually, if you ask the university punya strategy, from day one saya masuk, universiti hanya meminta kita untuk menerbit sekurang-kurangnya 2 artikel. And they're not even demanding banyak, right? It's just a scopus or that. And just like I said, there are so many journals out there. Every other day, not every day, mushrooming out. You see, it's how do you share? Now, because these are the minimum that I think semua academic kena buat. And on top of that, you must be able to excel in other fields. If you're good in publication, you're good in sharing of this one, then you do more publication. If you're good in consultancy, then you must excel in the consultancy. If you are good in teaching, then you excel in that kind of teaching. So I think to say that it's more of like the schools, maybe the PTJ has to proper strategize. And as I said, not everyone is good in one single area, correct? Because every one of us is unique. And I think to make a great university, it's not only publication will make a great university. If one day you say that every staff publish 10 papers, although I say that, it doesn't mean that I don't put importance in publication. I think publication is very, very basic. But what I'm trying to tell you that, let's say one day, USM has ratio of every academic publish 1 to 10. Everyone publishing that. Will that make our university great? I think no, because publication is just one of them. Can you imagine that if actually USM have strength in every areas, consultancy, we have our dedicated people that's so strong in consultancy, we have a dedicated person that's so good in teaching, that the hope that people from all in the Europe country, they want to come to USM because they want to be taught by this lecturer. You can see that, and then we have people that is good in community engagement, social entrepreneurship. We can produce great entrepreneurs. See, so can you imagine that if we have all these people that excel in different areas, then we will really actually make the whole university great. Can we actually achieve that? Maybe it's a bit too ambitious. Well, again, it's up to us. So maybe kalau saya nak minta, kalau Prof Rahman would like to add anything on how to strategize to make USM great.
Okay, terima kasih Prof. To start off, saya nak ucapkan tahniah kepada pihak perpustakaan kerana buat program macam ini. I wanted to come because soalan dia very simple. Macam Prof Lee kata tadi, we are getting funding as a RU, Research University Fund. We are getting about 25 million a year. Okay? 125 million for 5 university right now, 5 university RU. And RU ataupun Myra kita nak tak nak will be looked into. Right now, last year, each university, I just have to give you numbers because I like numbers a lot. Each university is supposed to get 25 million. 125 divided by 5, 25 million. But we get less than 25 million. And UM get 27 million because of the Myra marks. Okay? And probably just came back for discussion with KPT. If you are less than 75 per 2 years in a row, 2 years in a row, you will be dropped as RU. Then we will lose 25 million. I put it money lah, you kata, well, tengok money dah berjalan. Otherwise, then all your short-term grant, travelling pergi overseas, nak buat program, will not be there anymore. Okay, yang library, subscribe, and everything. So once you are not getting the grant, macam mana lagi you nak buat apa yang you nak buat? That's one thing. Second thing, KPI, macam Prof Lee kata, Myra is not only about publication. I just put it, the numbers now up to June 2018, 2017 is 1.3 lecturers, 1.3 paper per lecturer. So in 2017, full 1 month calendar. This year 0.57. Kalau you kali 2 pun will be lower than last year. And yet the KPI, Myra again, is 3 per paper. Per staff 3 So again, if we going down, fortunately last year kita banyak dengan innovation. We got a lot of mark. So probably kata, if you don't want to publish paper, it's okay. You go into innovation. You go into getting consultation, tak apa. Tetapi bila kita notice balik, 20% of the people is doing 80% of the work, or contributing 80% of the marks. I have to say that, again, I like numbers a lot, but that is not the right number I like to hear. I want 50-50, you buat A, you buat B, you buat C, doesn't matter, tapi tak boleh tak buat langsung. Bila you cakap tadi publication, dia nampak tadi, dia tak sebut Pak Abdul Rahman, Pak Dishka, siapa lihat kamu, dia nampak USM tak? Nama, maruah kita kena ada tu. Kita nombor 5 tu. Daripada 5 RU, kita nombor 5. You kata, oh tak apa, saya seorang tak nampak, tapi kita ada 2,000 lecturers tak termasuk dengan RU. 2,000 lecturers. Kita orang tak kenal Abdul Rahman, tak kenal siapa, tapi dia tahu USM. So kita pakai baju USM. Jadi kita kena membawa, whatever kita like it or not, we are part of it already. UM, kita kata UM top number 87, 88, but they work hard. They work very hard. So I'm not saying that we must work all the way sampai kita tak ada benda lain nak buat, tetapi we have to do it. Sebab bila orang lekat, they don't want to hear your reasons. Kenapa you tak sampai? Tapi kita lihat, walaupun numbers kita tak banyak, kualiti kita atas lagi pada universiti lain. Bisa UM kita maybe the next or what. Okay, at least ada lah something. Rather than nanti UTP pun potong kita, UMK pun potong. Apa cerita? Because RU ni bukan permanent probably. Is based on every year punya evaluation. Okay, put that aside. You kata okay lah, numbers tak penting. Career, nak naik pangkat. Again, that's what people looking. You kata you are good in teaching, macam Prof ni kata, where's your publication in journal yang related to teaching or education? Macam kami chemical engineering education, ada journal chemical engineering education. So kalau you are good teacher, you come up with new innovation and you can publish. Who said it has to come out from research? So tak ada sebab yang kita tak boleh nak buat sesuatu. Maybe you tak minat, the Prof ni kata, you tak minat, you nak buat innovation. Masuk dalam innovation and then you buat IP ke, you buat intellectual property such as patent or whatnot, and you contribute back. So I just say to all that we have 2,000 lecturers and we have the talent, we have the numbers and we have the potential. We just need to groom and nurture. That's why USM is different than you have others. Others, they just tell you what to do. But here, we are here. You see that? I saw that one. Research support training at USM Library. How many of us attend? Kalau kita tak boleh publish, then support is given. Many ways we are giving. So, what I'm trying to say to you, I'm not coming here as RNI, PNC or whatnot. I'm coming here as a person that need to jaga nama baik USM. Bukan sebab saya jadi saja baru saya nak cakap. Dari dulu lagi memang saya cakap. Sebab benda ini, macam Lee kata, janganlah jadi lecturer kalau tak ada buat any research or what not. I mean, it's not fair to call yourself a lecturer. Itu bagi saya lah. Lecture must come from your own work, not only reading a book or textbook. Then you become a highly paid school teacher. That's how. And we have many eminent people like Prof, Dato' Sehat and whatnot. We can learn. And these people are retiring. Retired already, I was told. My worry that you nampak yang tadi 2012, ada yang kita dip kan, kita naik. Because many our eminent professors retired. Macam Prof, okay, dia pergi ke tempat lain, a few, berhenti. Kita drop, but we have many more to support. That's why kita jangan work on a few individuals. We must work. If Rahman is gone, it doesn't make any difference. If anybody gone, it doesn't make any difference. Not that Rahman gone or then you go down and then somebody come in, you go back. I know kids out. They go for renting and they buy players. I don't want to do that. Macam Liverpool, they buy players. Yeah? This guy very good in publication, dia bawa masuk. When we were in Singapore, they were telling that one of dia punya mission is jadi bawa QS ranking. Dalam dia punya mission dia, kita tu sustainability panjang lah. Ada yang dia buat QS ranking because dia buy players. I don't know what to buy that. That's why I believe in. And I hope library and the rest will continue doing this kind of thing because the number is not that many. I was hoping to see many, but I hope those yang datang ini dan bermanfaat buat this. So we katanya tarik penziat, we are in together and failure is not an option. We are